Hello guys, once again it is me, Nico, here to bring you guys Bricks by the Bay 2013 exhibition update number 9. So, what do I have for you guys this week? Not much. Same as the last couple of updates, things have been almost dry with the process of creating the mocks for the convention. So, what is actually new? Nothing, essentially. So as usual, let's get down to Yavin IV. What's new with this thing here? Nothing much. Still waiting for the team to resume building. I still have the same bricklink orders that I've had for the past month or so. Still awaiting the team's arrival so we could start putting this thing together. And guys, it's not the fact that I am full-on lazy or incapable of putting all of those parts into that mock, because I've already put every other part in there. So I figure, well, I want to give the team a chance to work on this mock, mainly because if we end up going to Bricks Cascade, this mock is going to be shown at Bricks Cascade as well as Bricks by the Bay, and hopefully BrickCon 2013. So if we end up going to Bricks Cascade, this thing will probably be making its way there. Probably the biggest mock. Did I say biggest? Yeah, I did. Biggest mock that we're going to have there for the Misery Productions Company. So, you know, I want the team, when we go to Bricks Cascade, to say, hey, I had a part in building that. You know, so that's the main reason why I'm awaiting the team to build. Now, as far as the overall bricklink order tabs, there is really nothing new. The same orders still apply. Really, there's only 2 orders left that need to be made for parts, and I've stated this in the last update that all the parts that are really big requirements right now are the pieces to finish up the pathways connecting the pyramids to the main part of the forest, you know, so the figures will have a pathway to maneuver through the trees. I know that's kind of not too realistic to the movie, but I figured that'd be some nice detail to put in to this mock. But yeah, so that's one order. Well, a piece of another order. Other parts will be parts for the sniper towers. I'm still missing about 4 of these circular pieces, or 2 of these circular pieces per each tower here. So, you know, well, I mean 1 per tower, but 2 per set. So 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. So that is about 8 more of those parts missing. Actually, I believe close to 16. So, you know, that's another piece of a bricklink order that I have to make. And probably the last and final pieces that will need to be ordered are the tiles needed to add the not traditional SNOT detail to the pyramids, but add that SNOT detail in there. One person I know in particular commented saying that I misuse the term a lot. Well, let me tell you this. SNOT, it's technically, the abbreviation for SNOT is studs not on top. And basically, in this model here, the studs are not on top. So it's technically SNOT. It's not traditional SNOT from what we see off rock structures and just typical smooth builds for ships and other different kinds of buildings, but it's still considered SNOT by definition. Not traditional, but by definition. So, you know, that's probably the last order I'm going to make as far as parts. Now, as far as figures go, that's a bigger hassle, because it's I have the bricklink orders placed out for that, but that's going to end up costing me an arm and a leg for all those clones. So I'm still looking for people who are out of the Phase 2 clone era and are willing to sell me those, but it's rare to find that these days. So I'm still waiting to find good deals off that, but the bricklink order for that will definitely be last, and the weapons for those clones will be placed last as well. It's not just weapons for the clones either, it's weapons for some of the droids, because I don't want them to have the same crappy Lego weapons that they've had for so long. So I'm going to be getting them the new E5 droid blasters off of minifigs for you sold by CAC. So that's another thing coming. And those are all of the orders that I have planned out for this MOC. Don't think I left anything out. Although, let me just say this, guys. This past Friday, I was supposed to, or actually this past Sunday and Monday, I was supposed to order the parts for the road. But fortunately, time got away from us. By that, I mean me and my accountant. So we couldn't really place the orders. So which means I'm gonna have to wait till Sunday and hopefully get those orders placed. But I have been slowly racking up the bill, racking up the dollars so I can pay for those orders and get those orders underway. So that's good. I have enough money to afford that and get that going. So I told you guys about all of the parts that still needed to be acquired for this MOC. A lot of the clones, like I said, the regular clones that I'm going to have to acquire for this order, that's going to be a hassle. I have to fill up this whole back section here filled with Phase 2 clones, and that's going to cost up a lot. Not only that, but the custom Kashyyyk or 41st Elite camo squad that I'm going to have. And I'm still debating whether or not I'm going to have Republic Customs do that or X0 Fett do that. Because Dakota is behind on a couple of other clones needed for several other projects. So instead of him working on the clones, the Kashyyyk squad, or not the Kashyyyk squad, but the 41st Elite squad for the Yavin MOC, I might just have him do clones for another MOC and have X0 Fett take this one. Or I could have the two customizers share the clones. By that I mean I could have X0 Fett's Phase 2 clones in here for Cascade. I could have Republic Customs clones in here for Bricks by the Bay, and then or I could just have them all together in here for BrickCon. So you know, that's a possible option that I'm going to work with, but I still talk with the vendors if they're willing to do that, and or if they're available to even make the customs, because I haven't talked with either of them about this project for quite a while. So that is that. And now we get to the Rishi MOC. Same as always, guys. Really no progress has changed. Oh, I keep forgetting. I always forget to do this. But as far as progression goes, 57% overall. You know, parts acquiring, still not there yet. Planning, 100% still. Synopsis, you know, all of that, 100%. But as far as like the overall build, 57%. That's the most I could say for this. Now, pretty much the Rishi MOC, that's about half the percentage. And that's mostly on planning. Building, zip, nothing. So, you know, I have a lot of organization tabs for that. I know for sure I am going to have definitely minifigs for you, or CAC weapons for my clones in this MOC. And we'll definitely have CitizenBrick zombies in here. I listed all the supplies for the brick or CitizenBrick items that I'm going to be having in here. Zombie, three different types of zombie heads that are going to be placed on multiple miscellaneous figures I'm going to have in a zombie horde, and a couple of minifig zombie babies. So that's what's going to be in here. I already told you guys what clone commander will be leading the clones that are trapped in the canyon, but who's going to be making that clone, I've decided to tell X0 Fett about this project, so he will be technically sponsoring the one custom that'll be in this MOC. But yeah, so that's everything there, and still going with CAC weapons. Nothing has changed about this. I haven't even begun to plan out the orders for the shock troopers that I'm going to need for this MOC. Nothing has changed with the vehicles. Well, there's only one vehicle that's going to be in here, and that's the red Coruscant Guard gunship. And I'm definitely going to have to make the platforms of the canyon sturdy enough to hold that gunship, because the gunships are pretty heavy. So I'm going to have to get that going and make sure everything is done and over with. But if you guys want pretty much a look at how much orders I need to plan out for the Rishi MOC in general, where it says Rishi, Zombie, OB, Bricks by the Bay MOC. That's all the orders I just have planned out so far. And if you look at the totals, you'll see 163.70, 158.23, 88.06, 196.50. That is pretty much estimate of around close to about, I'd say $600 to $650. And that's just only 3 orders, and that's just like the basics. I haven't even gotten down to the other specific orders I'm going to need for parts. So this thing might end up being more pricey than this MOC part-wise. So that's it for that. But yeah, so now we get down to the other individual stuff for the convention. I told you about the 2 major MOCs that will for sure be coming here. Now I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the collab and how the production team is coming along, as well as the minifigure stand and how I'm stocking up on customs and labels and figures and business cards for my vendors. Alright guys, so first off, don't be shocked at how kind of a mess this table still is. I still haven't got a chance to organize it and get it prepped for when the team has to come over. But let's get down to some of the other topics that are going to be mentioned for the convention. So the minifigure stand, nothing really new with this. I did think I told you guys that I got, or I do think I told you guys that I got the 501st Trooper from Minifigs for You. Now, whether or not this will be on the stand for Bricks by the Bay remains to be seen. I am unsure about what products lie ahead for the future of the company, and even if I was sure about it, I cannot really tell you guys which ones would be on the stand or what those products would be, because that'd be confidentiality and I'd probably get busted for that. So, yeah, but no guarantees on what this stand will look like by the Bricks by the Bay convention, but you know, I'm not going to go into too much about the details of Cascade. But actually, guys, all of these dates right here, well, all of the countdown days, 119, 273, I know that's a crappy 3, 330, all of these are pretty much common factors of 7. So pretty much all of these begin on a Thursday and they end on a Sunday. So, you know, they all have the same potential schedule, but, you know, I'm pretty sure all of them are different in the way they are planned out and laid out as far as the events go. But, yeah, so 273 days. That's until the Bricks by the Bay convention. Bricks Cascade, you guys don't have to worry about that. I might mention it in the next update or so, because hopefully I'll have some stuff done with the Yavin IV MOC. But until then, 273, that's a lot of days to work and a lot of days to acquire different kinds of customs. So either A, this custom stand might be extended, or it could be, you know, having a lot of miscellaneous customs on here, because there's no guarantee by August 2013 all of these same customs will be here, because I'm pretty sure David has like at least maybe 7 products listed for each season, depending. So, you know, I'll just take the popular ones, the most popular 4 out of that, and I'll be lucky if that ends up being the 501st Trooper. So this guy might not even be on the back of the stand where he is now. So that's it with him. I don't even have an X0 Fett custom yet, so he's no longer on the stand yet. And I have not even talked about acquiring business cards and production labels for the back of the stand. And actually, I still haven't even gotten the back of the stand extended yet, so I could put some Flickr labels, YouTube labels, and other labels that need to go on the back of that stand. So that is it for that. The collab MOC, still the same. Haven't even discussed it with One Popcorn Productions yet. You know, like I said, it's more than a year, well, not even more than a year, it's more than 9 months away, so there's a lot to discuss and a lot of time to just wait it out. But that is it for the collab MOC. Now let's get on to the final word, and that's the production team. I told you guys in the last update, if I didn't, I have 2 official members now, and that is my friend Jeff and my other friend Mackenzie. A little bit of a recap. I've known Jeff pretty much since last year, kind of. He's pretty much, I don't know, we've been friends for like the past year, I guess, and he seems really cool. You know, I found that he was into Legos when he was younger, and he's kind of gotten out of it, but he's still interested in helping me with this project, so that's a real plus. And Mackenzie, I've known her for a year. I used to like her best friend. That's for another day. I'm not even going to talk about that. But, you know, we end up becoming good friends and discussing a little bit of the topic about Star Wars. She loves Star Wars, but she's never really gotten into anything this big, especially with Lego. She's never even thought about the whole thing with Lego. You know, she hasn't even thought about the whole thing until I brought it up to her, and she thought it would be a good experience, and she's still interested. So that's a recap from last time, if I did mention the 2 official members. But as of right now, they're the only members I have that are officially marked down. I have a couple of other possible members, though. I did have Jack Parskansky a couple of weeks ago. However, Jack's schedule has been becoming really hectic, and you know, I'm not sure if he will become the driver, one of the main drivers for the production team by Brick's Cascade time, which is in March. And I only say that it matters how many people and who I have on my roster for the convention team by Cascade, because I want that same production team to go with me to Cascade, to By the Bay, and Con. So I want all of them to be there when all of these 3 days hit, or all of these 3 conventions hit. Sorry about that interruption, guys, but I need to take a little notion. I gotta go out and watch my brothers for a little bit right after this video. But a couple last things I want to mention, and continue off of what I was mentioning last. I want that same convention to share that same convention team that came with me to the first convention, if I make it to this one, to share the atmosphere with me for the other 2. So basically, if I lock down a convention team for Brick's Cascade, I want them to come with me to Bricks by the Bay and then BrickCon. So when all of those days come, all those convention weeks come, I want that same team to share the events with me. But as of right now, I only have the 3 members, and that is pretty much what I originally capped my members for, but that was only when I planned to go to Bricks by the Bay, and we have plenty of time to work on those mocks and get that finished if I was still going to just By the Bay. But now that I'm planning to go to Cascade and Con, I've decided to extend the membership roster of the team to, you know, incorporate more people to help transport the mocks to Portland and Seattle. So who do I have down right now? There are like 4 other people that I'm marked down, and they're both pretty much paired. 2 of them are brothers, and then 2 of them are sisters. They're okay, I'm just gonna tell you who. My friend Darren, I've known him for a while. I've known him for like 2-3 years, ever since I started high school. I've known Dara for like 3 years as well. They're brothers, and they're gonna, I'm hopefully gonna get the response that they will help me out. They've thought about it, but you know, Dara's got an extensive work schedule, but I really need drivers, and Dara's like my only option right now. My second option are Brittany and Nicole. They're sisters. They're not related to Darren and Dara, but they, Brittany's pretty cool. I've known her for like the past year, and she's just a really sweet girl. She knows about my hobby and everything else. She's pretty much like Mackenzie. She is Mackenzie's best friend, so yeah, she's the one I went out with. Well, I tried to go out with, but that's for another time. Yeah, and her sister is old enough to drive as well. I'm hoping she could pretty much be another chaperone, or at least another transporter to help out bring this thing to Cascade, Con, and By the Bay. And I still need to work the current schedule out with the 2 official members that I have and get everything going right there. As of right now, we have no official work days. So that is everything for the Bricks by the Bay exhibit. Now as for Cascade and Con, I'll have more specific updates for those conventions, possibly as soon as the new year starts. So I'll have those updates for you when the time comes. But for right now, that's everything I have for you on the Bricks by the Bay update. So I'll see you guys in Bricks by the Bay 2013 exhibition update number 10, and that will be in 2 weeks. See you guys then.